PewDiePie. PewDiePie came out and he released his own free open source self-hosted AI workspace called Odysseus, and it's on GitHub. You go on there, you can fucking download this shit and run it for free. It is pretty awesome. And the way that it was described to me, is that it is basically a private version of ChatGPT that runs local to your computer. There's no cloud, there's no tracking, and it debuted with the line, in quotes, "The war on big tech has just begun." Let's fucking go. A PewDiePie getting into the AI game was not on my fucking bingo card for 2026. I mean, this is absolutely insane. The guy conquered YouTube, took over, number one most subscribed, ended up losing to T Series because YouTube didn't want him as the top guy anymore because they felt he was way too controversial. So they fucking railroaded him, which, by the way, I'll explain that for a second for those of you who don't know, maybe you weren't online like me, or you're just not chronically online and not informed on the lore. But PewDiePie was the number one most subscribed YouTuber for the longest time, right? And there was this other channel that was up and coming called T Series. And T Series was a corporation that was based in India. And what was going on was every time someone would create a YouTube account in India, they would automatically be subscribed to T Series. So YouTube deliberately did that, in my opinion, allegedly, metaphysically, hypothetically, in a vacuum in a video game. YouTube allegedly did that to railroad PewDiePie so he wouldn't be the face of YouTube anymore because they already dropped him. You know, he had his own YouTube Red show, which was like YouTube Red was like they were trying to compete with like Netflix and do their own shows with like specific talent, things like that. I think it was called Scare PewDiePie or something like that to that effect. I could be completely wrong and talking out of my ass, but they basically wanted him gone because it was at the point where they were losing advertisers and they didn't want him as the top guy anymore. PewDiePie's Odysseus had 30,000 GitHub stars in 48 hours, which is more than most startups you'll see. I mean, this is nuts. The internet loves this. They reviewed it. It's open source. It's completely free. Everyone that has the actual hardware and the tech to do this, you can run AI agents. You could have them schedule emails, manage your calendar, model comparison. I mean, one of the other features I thought was pretty interesting that was highlighted here is that there's this cookbook mode that picks the best AI model for your hardware. So it scans the hardware that you're using and picks the best AI model for you to use. So we're literally at the point where the guy who got famous for screaming and overreacting while playing video games is now competing with Silicon Valley AI startups that are worth hundreds of billions, or in Anthropic's case, trillions of dollars. It is bananas where we are right now. So big credit to PewDiePie. I mean, awesome work that he's doing. This is what we really need, you know. And with AI, I actually just heard something pretty recently that Dario from Anthropic, he's actually petitioning the government to have a freeze put on AI development. And he's saying, oh, it's because of AI safety. And, you know, oh, we need to really be careful because AI can get out of control, which I actually agree with that sentiment. I think AI can get out of control. I could totally foresee a future where it can become sentient and turn on humans. That's a real thing. Like Skynet. I mean, that's literally the plot of the Terminator. Like Skynet turns on fucking people. AI could do that, right? Or like the Matrix, where they need power sources, so then they end up using human beings as like batteries to power their fucking machines. Like that shit could happen. Like, let's not rule that out. The odds of that happening are not zero, right? It's not zero, so it's possible. It's definitely fucking possible. Dario and Anthropic, they petitioned the Trump administration and the federal government to stop AI development. They were like, we need to halt AI development because things are getting out of control. Oh, AI safety and yada, yada, yada. But what is funny is that he's actually being disingenuous and presenting a good point. He's being disingenuous because now what they want to do, called regulatory capture, they want to raise the barrier to entry. So now you're not dealing with a free market anymore. You're dealing with an oligopoly, meaning you have a few different entities that control everything, right? Because if you have to think of it like this, Anthropic, OpenAI, Meta, Google, all these companies have virtually endless money. They can hire endless employees. They can do endless research. They can parse through endless data. So, because of that, they're going to be able to build the best AI models. And if they raise the barrier of entry to building these AI models, guys like me, guys like you, people you know, maybe we wouldn't be able to build a business. We wouldn't be able to get into that space. So a really good example of this is like look at the airline industry, for example, let's say. And the airline industry, they operate on like razor thin margins. If you ever want to start a business where you bust your ass, you don't make any money, and you just deal with constant fucking headaches, go into the airline industry. Literally, most airlines go under, right? And they have to constantly be bailed out by the government because without that, they would cease to exist because they literally don't make any fucking money. So the airline industry is a good industry. It's like try starting an airline company right now. You can't. You literally can't. You can't start an airline company because you have to think of, okay, I need planes. I need a constant source of jet fuel. I need to be able to buy options to hedge on the futures for jet fuel. So if the price of jet fuel goes up, I need to be able to lock in at a certain price because if the price of jet fuel goes up too much, now we're hemorrhaging money. We're losing money. So they buy futures, right? So like there are so many moving parts that you literally cannot start an airline company. And that's what's going on with AI right now. So I love what PewDiePie is doing and building this AI workspace. He even got to a point where he was doing like performance tests against ChatGPT and against Anthropic's Claude model and Opus, and it was outperforming. I mean, it was winning. And there was even a funny story that he told in a recent YouTube video where he's like, "Oh, I almost burned my fucking house down." Like he was going for it, you know. It's sort of like he's in the end game, and now he's doing all the side quests. It's like became number one most subscribed YouTuber, ended up, stepping away for a while, started a family, moved to Japan. So he's out of the public eye, not really around so much. Gets into AI, builds this awesome AI workspace tool. The dude's just completing side quests and he's just lapping everyone. His impact is insane. He's the man. So